Hi, friends. Welcome to Flow. I'm Stevie, and I'm here to practice with you again today. I'm very happy to be here, and I have a hatha sequence in mind to help us move and stretch if you've been sitting or in a car or any place where you have been kind of confined or scrunched up. This is a great practice to begin to start to just get some movement, connect with your breath, and flow through the poses I'm going to offer today for you to set an intention of non-judgment. This came to me this morning in my own meditation practice, how we can be so hard on ourselves over every little thing we do or don't do. So for me, that seems very resonating, and so I'm going to incorporate it, and I wanted to offer it to you as well. So as we move through the sequence, don't be too harsh on yourself. I have blocks, so maybe grab some blocks or books for support as I go through and offer some variations, and have fun. Explore, get creative, and be in your body for this short little while together. Okay, as we begin, I'm going to invite you to find a comfortable seat today. That might be sitting cross-legged or maybe in a hero pose, just for a few minutes to allow ourselves to ground into this space and into this moment. I am so grateful that you took this time for yourself and that you are sharing it with me. So I will start by maybe just finding some softness to the fingers and the toes. I'll invite you to close your eyes or maybe just have a soft gaze if that's more comfortable. And just give yourself some space and time to drop in here, to let go of your day so far, not worrying about what is coming next. Just checking in with your body, your mind, and your breath without judging, which is our intention today, is to work in this non-judgmental space. Just allow it to be what it is for you today, finding what feels good, tending to the parts of you that need nourishing, exploring the parts that are feeling more creative, and just connecting that with your breath. Feel the breath as it moves in and out of your heart space. You may feel the rise and the fall of your belly as well. And take a moment here just to check in if your head is aligned with your heart and your heart aligned with your pelvis, sitting up just a little bit taller through the spine. And next, I'm going to invite you to take a deep breath in through the nose, reaching through the crown. And as you exhale, let your shoulders drop away from your ears and your sit bones really sink into the earth. Give yourself a few more rounds of breath just like this. Breathing in deeply and exhaling completely. Taking another moment to soften any rough edges, tight spots, areas of tension where you might feel holding or gripping. Just allowing yourself to be right here. And take another big full breath in together. And as we release that breath, let it go. Flutter your eyes open. Come back into this space, and we're going to move out of our seat, so gently uncrossing our legs or coming out of our hero. And let's find our tabletop position. We're going to start here. Just finding some movement in the spine. Maybe set yourself up for success as you check in with your core here and your alignment. Wrists and elbows under the shoulders and your knees under your hips. Feel your hands and the tops of your feet connecting to the earth. Bringing the navel in and up to support the lower back. And then we'll inhale, drop that belly, find your cow pose. And exhale, rounding through, find your cat pose. Inhale, drops the belly, opening up through that heart space, be shifting through the hips, stretching through the sits bones. And exhale, rounding through the spine, dropping the head and the shoulders, finding some softness in the neck as we press into the earth. And then the next inhale brings us back into dropping our belly for cow pose. Give yourself a few rounds of breath here. Sync that breath up with the movement. Finding your own pace or any gentle, soft movements that are calling to you. Feel some stretching and warming up of the spine. Exhale, blowing that last round out. Gently coming back, meeting me in center. Our next inhale, we're going to curl the back toes under and lift up and find our downward facing dog. I encourage you to pedal out your legs here, one side and then the other. Connecting with the palms of your hands as you lift the hips high, let the heels drop, bringing that heart space towards the thighs, opening up the elbow creases to the front edge of the mat. Your legs can be bent here if that feels good, or you can gently straighten them. Breathing in deeply and exhaling completely. Again, listening to your body, crossing out that judgment voice that's coming in. If you can do this, is it too hard? Is it too much? Just let that go. And come back to your breath. And our next breath in, we're going to gently make our way up to the top of our mat. Some baby steps and find our forward fold. Giving yourself some space between your feet here. We're going to fold forward, let that crown come towards the earth, and maybe even find a ragdoll here, swaying gently from side to side, stretching through the lower back. Connecting with your breath here. You have a slight bend in the knees. We'll take one more round of breath and we'll come back into center. The next inhale will bring us up just halfway. Find that flat back position. And exhale, release back into your forward fold. Here I'll invite you to grab a block and put it right under your nose. We're going to inhale, rest that left hand on the block. And then we're going to exhale into our twist, raising that right arm towards the sky. And straighten through the right leg and bend through the left, breathing in deeply. Bring your gaze up towards the fingers, reaching those right hands. Another breath in. And exhale, release. We'll come back through center, replacing that right hand with the left. And finding our twist on the opposite side. Reach those left fingers high towards the sky. Big full breath in and a long releasing breath out. And our next breath will release. We'll come back through center, bending both knees, almost curling up into a little ball. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out here. Letting that go, we'll start to inhale and gently rise up towards Tadasana in our mountain pose. As you land here, bring the shoulders up and down the back body. Open up the heart space. And exhale, feel your feet connecting to the earth. We'll take another round of breath here to reset. Eyes can be open or closed. Check in with your intention. And we're going to flow through some half sun salutations. So inhale, raise the arms up overhead. And exhale, allow yourself to gently fold forward into that forward fold. Inhale, coming up just halfway, finding that flat back position. And exhale, release into your forward fold. We'll rise up again on the next inhale, all the way up to our mountain pose. Exhale as we land here. The next inhale, we'll rise it up. Extended mountain pose, and maybe this time swan dive. Take up space as you come back through that forward fold, dropping the crown. Inhale, halfway lift. Find what feels good for you. And exhale, back down into that forward fold. Next inhale, round 3, last one. Coming back up to that mountain pose. Exploring, checking in as the spine comes back into its standing position. And then we'll rise up on the inhale for extended mountain pose, maybe a baby back bend here, swan dive, or gently fall forward into your forward fold. Inhale, just halfway, and exhale, release. Awesome work, my friends. On your next inhale, we're going to ground down the hands to the earth and step back, finding a plank pose here. The knees can be lowered or lifted. Elbow creases go towards the front of the mat. Heels are reaching towards the back edge of the mat. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And then our next inhale, we'll come back up into our downward facing dog. Take a breath in here to reset, taking any movements that your body is calling for today. And then our next breath in, we're going to drop that left heel, raise the right heel up high. And then as we exhale, we're going to bring that in towards heart center. Find our cheetah for one breath. And then exhale, bring that foot down, up between the hands, finding a low lunge. Blocks can be super supportive here to bring the earth closer to you. We'll inhale our heart forward. Exhale, reach that heel back. Check in with your hips if they are in alignment with one another, bringing that right hip crease back. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Being mindful of your center. And then our next breath in, we're going to inhale, rise up for our crescent lunge. And exhale, gentle twist to the right. Knee can be up or down here. Check in with your balance. No judging. Feeling the shake and the wiggle. Inhale, come back up to that crescent lunge. And exhale, come back down to your low lunge. Lowering that back knee. And then stepping back to that tabletop, we'll inhale and exhale. Find our downward facing dog. You got this. I'm with you. Next inhale, we're going to go to the opposite side. So lift that left leg up high. As you exhale, bring that knee through center. Find that cheetah for one breath. And exhale, releasing that foot here. Finding our low lunge here on this side. We're going to reach that back heel back. Heart face forward. Deep breath in and a long breath out. Feel solid in your footing, and then your next breath in, we're going to rise up. Find that crescent lunge on this side. And exhale, twisting to the left. You can be up or down. You've got this. Deep breath in. And exhale, we'll come back to that crescent lunge, reaching the fingers up high. And exhale, release. Back into our low lunge, lowering that right knee, and coming back through our tabletop position. One breath in to reset, bring the toes to touch and the knees wide, and we'll just sink back and find a soft child's pose here. Taking a few rounds of breath. Big belly breath in and a long releasing breath out. Such good work. Give yourself 2 more rounds of breath here. Softening through the skin of the face, the wrists and the ankles. Another big breath in. Breath out. Tapping into your intention of non-judgment, which falls under one of the yoga philosophies and the 8 limbs of Ahimsa, which calls us to be aware of non-harm. Judging ourselves can definitely fall in that category. So bringing lots of love and compassion to yourself right now, because you are doing amazing work just taking this time on your mat. Take 1 more round of breath in together here. And a big releasing breath out, maybe through the mouth this time. And then our next inhale, we'll gently rise back up through our tabletop position. Cross those ankles, and then we will just kind of guide ourselves back to our seat. Taking those legs out in front of you, straightening both legs, point and flex the toes as we ground into our sits bones. And let's find a staff pose here. I always think the pictures of staff pose look so easy, but the body's very active here. So you have some space between the ankles. The toes are pointed up so the feet are active, the heels are grounded, the legs are working. Feeling your sits bones connected to the earth as you tuck that navel in and up, bringing the crown towards the sky, allowing the hands to rest on either side of you to support you here. Breathing in and breathing out, dropping the shoulders away from the ears. We'll take one more round of breath here. And as we exhale, we're going to soften through the feet, hinge at the hips, and find a gentle forward fold. Let those hands land where they land. The shins, the ankles, maybe they reach the feet or the toes. Just allow your head just to round forward towards your knees. Take a big breath in here. Feel the back body stretch and a long breath out. Do one more breath like that, big and full. Releasing and completing that exhale. We'll inhale, gently rise back up, bringing the crown towards the sky like we did in our mountain pose. And then our next inhale, we're going to bring this left leg in towards heart center, finding a space that feels comfortable. Wrapping the right arm around the front knee and exhaling into a twist to the left. Let that left hand support you behind the tail. Deep breath in as we sit up a little taller, and as we exhale, take your gaze towards your shoulders. Find your edge, find what feels good, allow yourself to explore. As you breathe in deeply, feeling the belly expand towards the inner thigh. And exhale, release something in this twist. Our next inhale, we will unravel, coming back through center. Release that left leg and inhale, bring the right leg in. Again, find that comfortable space. Inhale, wrap the left arm around the front right knee. And exhale into your twist on this side. Your gaze can go straight out to the side. Or maybe you bring it over your shoulder and close your eyes. Deep, full belly breaths here. Active stretching, active releasing. Last round of breath here. Inhale fully. And on the exhale, unravel, and we'll come back through center. Awesome work. We're going to scoot our feet towards the center of the mat, and we're going to come down to our spine. I'm going to invite you to point those toes straight forward. Find your prayer hands here, maybe clasping fingers except the pointer finger. Drop the shoulders into socket as you inhale, raise the crown towards the sky. And as you exhale, gently closing your eyes, begin to roll down. Going very slow with control, checking in with that center. You might feel a shake. Release to the mat. Find star pose. Take up space. Point and flex the toes. Rotate the wrists. Moving the fingers. Big breath in and a long breath out. Let everything just sink into the earth. One more round of breath here. And then your next inhale will bring our legs back into our center, soles of the feet to the earth. I'm going to invite you to inhale, raise that right leg up high towards the sky and cross that ankle over the left knee for a figure four pose. You can hike that left heel up in towards your sits bones, and if this is enough, you can totally stay here. Reconnect with your breath. As you exhale, let this right knee kind of reach towards the front corner of the mat. And if you want a little deeper stretch or you're in the mood to explore, go ahead and your next inhale, lift that left leg off the ground, bringing the shin and the calf parallel with the earth. Active feet here for reclined pigeon. You can even bring the hands behind the left thigh to support. Breathing deeply. Be mindful if that front knee started to come in towards the heart. Energetically move it towards the right corner of the mat. Take another big full breath in here. And as you exhale, release that left sole foot to the ground. Allow the right knee or foot to get heavy and kind of cross the legs here. And then we're just going to let that knee keep going all the way to the right side and find a gentle supine twist here. The arms can land across the torso, or you can extend them to the sides of your body, bringing your gaze towards the opposite side of your knee. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out, letting the weight of your knees get heavy towards the earth. With every exhale, again releasing that twist. And your next breath in, we'll come back to center, lifting those knees, unraveling the right knee, bringing both soles of the feet to the earth. Between here, we're going to take a gentle bridge. So bring those heels in close to the sits bones, knees high to the sky, and arms alongside the body. We'll inhale and begin to lift, keeping the knees pointing forward, the hips, the belly, the chest. Gently lift the chin, ground down through the shoulders. Taking one more sip of air and then release slowly with control on the exhale, pulling down from that spine, from the upper back, mid back, all the way till we land. Next inhale, we'll lift that left leg up. Exhale, cross it over the right knee, finding figure four on this side. Again, this is perfect. Bringing that left knee towards the left corner of the mat. Active feet. Deep breath in and a long breath out. And if you're wanting a little more, or you want to challenge yourself, if it's that kind of day, inhale, lift that right foot off the ground. Active feet, bring that shin and calf parallel to the earth. And find your reclined pigeon on this side, and bring those arms behind the back of the right thigh. There's an energy here that you can feel as you're supporting the back of the right thigh, and the left knee is going towards the front corner of the mat. Sort of this balance in the hips. Breathing deeply. Exhaling completely. Feeling a little shake myself. Take another round of breath here. And as we exhale, we'll release unravel, bringing both soles of the feet to the earth here again. And your next breath in as we prepare for our Shavasana. You can either find a constructive rest if you just want some stillness, or if you feel like you need to get a few more wiggles out, you can do windshield wiper legs, one side and then the other. Just gently massaging that lower back. Deep breath in and a long breath out. You may begin to feel your feet slide across your surface and feel those legs come straight all the way down to the earth. Allow yourself here to land. Find your perfect Shavasana. If you want to pause this video and grab a support, a pillow, a bolster, a blanket, we'll be here just for a few minutes, allowing every muscle, every tendon, every joint, every ligament to settle, find stillness, and melt into the earth. Take a deep breath in and a long breath out. And just give yourself a few minutes of quiet. I encourage you to stay here as long as your time and your day allows. Otherwise, I will invite you to start to find some gentle movement in the fingers and the toes. Maybe a rotating of the wrists and the ankles. Taking a big full breath in and a long breath out. Maybe start to flutter your eyes open. You can roll to one side or the other in your fetal position. Or maybe today you like to do a gentle rocking and rolling, bringing those knees in towards heart center. Finding a little bit of momentum. Whichever way feels best for you today. Back up to our comfortable seat. As we end this practice today, I'm going to invite you to bring one hand over your heart and the other one on top. Feel your heartbeat inside of your chest. Feel your breath moving in and out. We'll take one deep collective breath in together through the nose. And release that breath at the nose or the mouth. Bringing your hands to prayer position in Anjali Mudra at the heart center. I thank you so much for practicing with me today. It is truly an honor and a joy to be a guide for you on this journey. Namaste.